Hello, welcome. This is the second Geiger miniseries, and like the fourth Geiger series overall, because there was Junkyard Joe, which is set in this universe, and there was like two like one shots, and I don't know that any of that was necessary. I didn't read Junkyard Joe. I think I got the one shots, and I've pretty much forgotten them. I think there were two. Maybe there was just the one. One was about like some guy who was like named the Red Coat or something, or maybe he was like a part of the big anthology one that was all about the gangs of Vegas. None of it was necessary. None of it needed to exist. I guess that's okay. I don't know, man. So this issue, we're back on the hunt. Back on the hunt for the glowing man. So some dude is out here trying to hunt him because the glowing man killed his brother. And as part of all of that, and here's the dude that's doing the hunting. Here's his crew, and here's this Russian guy named Molotov, who was some kind of Russian scientist who made the nuclear war, who made the nuclear bombs that happened in the war, I guess is the way to, or were used in the war. And he is going to lead them to him. Pretty straightforward. We keep flashing back into the past for whatever reason, while our hero keeps going kaboom. See, here's Tariq in the past. Marcus, I said no fireworks. We're at the grill. You know, he's got a air raid, or he's got like a nuclear bomb shelter. His family goes in it. He doesn't. We knew all that from the first miniseries. I don't really know why we're kind of rehashing it here. It feels kind of like we could have advanced the story without redoing that stuff, but I guess we're kind of getting into it a little more in depth as to why he didn't get inside. And it's also kind of trying to explain why the like radiation stuff didn't just kill our hero. You know, we covered that in the first miniseries again, but we're kind of doing it here. You know, as part of his cancer treatment and yada yada, and somehow blah 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 blah, his magic sticks that are inside of him controlled the radiation from his disease, and they also helped save his life or something like that. I don't know. I don't know that it really matters, but what I do know, and I'm looking for just the right page. Yeah, you know what? This will do. This page will do. It's right at the spine. We can stop here flipping through. The Gary Frank art's really nice, man. And the colors, Brad Anderson, I think, is the colorist. He makes all those glowing greens look good. He makes all those glowing greens feel good. Like the book is a pretty book. That's mainly what I'm here for. I don't expect that Jeff Johns writing to do a whole lot for me going forward. I don't expect that Jeff Johns writing to make me go, this is so good. Mainly because I live in a post Doomsday Clock world. I read the first Geiger miniseries. Like, I know what I'm in for. And a lot of the writing is going to feel kind of mediocre. Like, I don't really care about these dudes that are hunting him. Since they're obviously, like, getting murdered right here, because he's having a bad moment in his life. You know? His emotional instability is going to make him explode. Uh, we know that they're all going to get like nuked here in a second. Probably the Russian guy too. I mean, he's right there. Although he's wearing a clean suit, so maybe there's hope for him yet. The overall drive for this story looks like it's going to be the Russian dude getting to his wife. Like that feels like that's going to be the main driver of things, and how him are going to interact to make that happen. Not 100% sure, but I'm sure we'll find out how that's going. And we'll probably start flashing back more to his life and the stuff that he was going through on his way to the present. I kind of wish stories would stop doing this. Stop doing that thing where it's like, oh, let's just flash back to the person's past. No, don't show me his past. Leave it mysterious. I don't need to know everything about this Russian dude. I don't need to know everything about Tariq's life. I actually think Geiger, the first miniseries, would have been stronger if we didn't know his origin, if we didn't know all that stuff about his family. Just kind of like tell us he's got guilt about his family. Like you can show that. Like have him like hold a decaying photo of his family looking sad. That's really all we needed. We didn't need to go into like a whole flashback of how he got stranded outside the bunker and yada yada yada, and so they died well, they ended up dead anyway, despite the bunker, which was one of the things that kind of broke him in the previous miniseries. But we didn't need like the stuff showing us that they went to the bunker. You just been like, my family is in the bunker and I am out here. I know a big storytelling trope is show, don't tell, but despite them showing us, it really felt like they were just telling us in the previous miniseries. And there's indications that the same kind of thing is happening in this one, and that makes me sad. Like that's like we're taking time out to show us stuff that you could have just covered in like one text bubble. Now, who knows? We may get into this, and it may turn out that I'm completely wrong, and that the time we spend showing in the past really, really pays off. But the Geiger universe is such a crazy kind of place. I feel like we should spend more time exploring this post apocalyptic world than the time we're spending exploring the pre apocalyptic world that no longer exists before the post apocalyptic world. I don't know if that makes sense, but those are the thoughts that I got for Geiger as I read Ground Zero Issue 1. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great one, and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.